I got a recent question from a subscriber, and he asks, how can I support my digestion naturally without supplements, without medications? I'm tired of feeling so miserable. All right. I'm sorry you feel that way. Hopefully, there are a few things that you can try to improve your digestion. My name is Dr. Ashori. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician, and on this channel, I talk about healthy aging, and digestion is definitely one of them. You can suffer really bad with bad digestion, and I totally understand. So this person went on to ask a few other things and describe their symptoms a little bit. What they're referring to is every time they eat, they feel bloated, they feel gassy, they feel a lot of acid reflux, and they just don't know what's going on. Oftentimes, individuals like this who come to me in my health coaching practice, their diet is a little bit too chaotic for their intestines. So the number one thing that I advise is to just kind of narrow things down, to try to limit your foods to certain things. Yes, of course, we should eat the rainbow, but you don't have to eat the entire rainbow. You can just try a few things. You can do some beans, some potato, some rice, some chicken, and some nuts, a few seeds. If you just limit your food to those things, chances are you're going to be pretty healthy. If you're vegan, you can replace the meat with tofu or tempeh. If you're pescatarian, you can replace the chicken with fish, and so on. And of course, if you don't like nuts or seeds, you can do eggs and you can do yogurt. But keep it to a few set of things and try to mix and match these things to create different foods for yourself. Usually the things that are quite safe to add in there would be a few spices. Always from good sources, always from reputable sources. And now that's going to be a little bit boring, I understand. But if you try that for a week or two, hopefully you'll notice that your digestion becomes a little bit more reliable. You suddenly start seeing that, oh, okay, I'm actually able to have consistent bowel movements. The second layer on that is not only limit your food a little bit to a few items. You can, of course, still have the coffee. I'm not talking about a cleanse here. I'm talking about maybe not going out and getting that one dish that has that crazy spice or has so much fat in it that you suddenly get what's called dumping syndrome. You would just dump all of your gut out in your intestines. But now you're kind of limiting your diet to the things that you know in amounts that you're comfortable with. So the second layer to that is to try to have more consistent timing when you eat your meals. If you eat 5 times a day, I eat about 5 times a day on average, then stick to that 5 times a day schedule where you're having 3 meals and then in 2 of them in between, you're snacking on something. If you can be consistent with that, so it's kind of morning, mid-afternoon, afternoon, evening, nighttime, you probably are going to see that your intestines anticipate, your bowel movements anticipate what time you're going to eat. They're kind of synchronized, just the way our intestines work. Finally, the third one to support your digestion, my friend, would be stress levels. So stress is everything from how you feel when you're eating to eating slowly and chewing. If you can try these things, I would love to hear back from you in the comment section how well it worked for you, and hopefully you experience better digestion.